Hey friends, hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal Blue. I do Christian content and I also do what's called the Word of the Day. I also have videos and shorts of me and my family having fun together. And I also have inspirational shorts and quotes and running fitness shorts. So if you like what you see in here, don't forget to like, subscribe, but most of all, share. So I probably made a mistake by running this morning in 48-degree weather because now I can't stop sneezing and my nose is itching. So allergies have kicked in. I love, love, love running so much. But I have to remember that when I run in the cold weather and then I come back inside, I'm going to be sneezing all day. So if I sneeze or scratch my nose during this little word of the day, my apologies. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend. I know I did. Wish it could have been longer, but that's okay. So today we are going to be reading from the book of Ecclesiastes. Before I read anything, I better put my glasses on so I can make sure I can see. I love the book of Ecclesiastes because it seems so like when King Solomon is writing about everything, it just seems like he has no hope for anything. He's like, this is meaningless. There's no point. Why even try? But then on the flip side, he talks about wisdom. So it's like he's talking about everything being pointless initially, and then all of a sudden he's saying, but if we have wisdom, and then he talks about it going a little bit further. So what we're going to be reading from today is going to be Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verses 16 through 17. And this hits with me because sometimes I sit back, and even as a kid, I used to wonder this. What is the point for everything? Why did God put me here on earth? What am I really, really doing? What's the meaning of life? And philosophers and great people in the world have tried to figure out what's the point, what's the point, what's the point. But here King Solomon says in Ecclesiastes 16 and 17, he says, when I applied my mind to know wisdom and to observe the labor that is done on earth, people getting no sleep day and night, then I saw all that God has done. No one can comprehend what goes on under the sun. Despite all their efforts to search it out, no one can discover its meaning. Even if the wise claim they know, they cannot really comprehend it. So, like I said, great philosophers and people, they have tried to figure out, what are we here for? Why do we work? Why do we toil? Why do we do all this stuff when it's meaningless, when we should be focusing on things above and not things here on earth, because these things are going to pass away. And what King Solomon, he said, when I applied my mind to know wisdom and to observe the labor that is done on earth, people getting no sleep day or night, then I saw what God has done. Nobody knows God's purpose for all of us to be here. God has a purpose for each and every one of us, and we don't know what it is. No matter how much you try to study, or if you're the greatest philosopher and you think you might know, this is the meaning of life. This is why we're put here. None of us will ever know until it's all said and done, until it's all completed. When that day finally comes and the sky breaks open and he comes back, that's when we're going to know what this was all about. And when we do find out, our brains would have been like, wow, I never would have thought that, because our tiny human minds can't comprehend what his purpose is for all of us. Why did he put us here to do all these things? We have no clue. We think we know, but we have no idea. And so I love this, how King Solomon just kind of taps into this, because he's like, you know what? The more that people think they know about life, they really know nothing about it. And because I have received wisdom, I know that we'll never know what this is about, because God's mind is not like anybody else's mind. His thoughts are above our thoughts. We can't even begin to comprehend what he's thinking and why he put us all down here to do these certain things that we're doing and steward the things that we are stewarding. And we won't find out until that great day. So I just love this verse. So it just kind of made me think, stop trying to figure it out, Crystal, because you won't know until that day comes. So stop trying to stress yourself out, because you won't know until that day comes. And then he tells you, this is why I did all this. So, yeah, it's just some food for thought, actually, if you're sitting here trying to find out the meaning of life and your purpose. Now, one thing we do know is if we want to know what God's will is for our lives, we can ask for wisdom and pray on that, and he will guide us. But the overall meaning of life and why we're all here and why all these things are happening, that's up for him to tell us once we finally see him on that great day. All right, so this was from Ecclesiastes 8, verses 16 through 17. And it's just something to think about. It's just something to just meditate on and just kind of chew on. And the whole book of Ecclesiastes is just a good book to just meditate on in general. All right. I hope this blessed you guys. I love you. Like I always say, don't take my word for it. Read it for yourself. Again, I love you guys. And Lord willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.